Krutaveyantu Vishwataha. Let noble and pious thoughts come to us from every side. Respected dignitaries on the dais, fellow Brahmos, my dear brothers and sisters in God, and young stars and children, hearty greetings to all of you. Today is a historic day for Hyderabad Kirmana Samaj, as we are celebrating the centenary of the Samaj. On this happy occasion, we are hosting the 134th All India Brahmo Conference. On behalf of Hyderabad Brahma Samaj and Andhra Brahma Samaj, we wholeheartedly welcome the Chief Guest, Shri Jishnudev Varma, Honorable Governor for the State of Telangana, who has a long and illustrious career. His presence and address here will immensely motivate all of us. We take this opportunity to welcome all other senior members on this dais, Srimati Rekha Jagashia Sahani, who is the President of this conference, Shri W.P. Krishna, President 60 years, Shri Aniruddha Rakshit, Secretary of Brahmo Conference. A hearty welcome to all Brahmos who have taken lot of trouble and come all the way from various parts of this great country, Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi, Indore, Bengaluru, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Orissa and Jharkhand, etc. We especially welcome our young stars, school children along with their teachers who will participate actively. You will be surprised to see two youngsters on the dais. They are Abhigya, chairperson of the reception committee of the conference. Next is Mr. Aditya Gowda, he is the organizing secretary of the conference. The uniqueness of this 134th and also earlier 131st All India Brahmo Conference is designed, planned and executed mostly by youngsters. Elders are only advisors. The theme of this conference is Brahma Krupahi Kevalam. It is a profound philosophical concept that emphasizes the significance of divine grace. Brahma refers to the ultimate reality, the supreme being, while Krupahi means grace or compassion. Kevalam implies that this divine grace is the sole means of achieving spiritual liberation. Reddy Varma, Sri Vellinkar, Dr. Govindaraju Naidu, Bhupendranath Chattopadhyaya, Sri B.K. Nityanand, etc.
Honorable Governor, Mr. Varma, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, if I go a little fast, we are just following the protocol so that we can finish in time. With deep gratitude, I welcome you to the 134th session of the All India Brahmo Conference. My sincere thanks to Sri Keshav Chandra Garu and the Hyderabad Deccan Brahmo Samaj for entrusting me with the honor of presiding over this august gathering. Hyderabad, where we meet today, is a city of heritage and harmony, a birthplace for many individuals who changed the course of our life. Their legacy reminds us that culture, conscience and courage must go hand in hand. Our theme, Brahma Kripahi Kevalam, divine grace alone stands alongside. Ekameva Aditya, there is only one God, and Satyameva Jayate, truth triumphs. This is the core of our faith, one God, one humanity, one brotherhood. Every reform, every awakening in our movement has flowed from that grace. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, touched by this very grace, ushered India into spiritual modernity. On 20th August 1828, he founded the first place of unsectarian worship of one supreme God. He challenged idolatry, abolished sati, campaigned for women's equality, pioneered journalism, translated the Vedanta and Upanishad, distributing them freely so that every person could access the divine knowledge. He was the first nation builder of modern India, the first to honor women as equal, the first universalist and social reformer, the first constitutional agitator for Indian rights. Today, we have great resources, friends, yet we hesitate to give our time, thought or means for others. We must reflect deeply, not only during this conference, but also when we go back home. After him, Devendranath Tagore shaped our worship practice. Shivnath Shastri, Keshav Chandra Sen, Anand Mohan Bose and many others expanded this movement into education, equality and social reformation and transformation. Our Samajas from Bengal to the historic Samajas across Sindh, now in Pakistan and the South, have carried the flame of reform across the country. Sir, you'll be happy to know that this year we celebrate the 150 years of Sindh Brahmo Samaj, 100 years of Deccan Brahmo Samaj Hyderabad, and 100 years of Baripada Brahmo Samaj also, as we discussed. These are not just numbers, friends. They are proof of God's grace to sustain such legacy. The work of Deccan Brahmo Samaj, I have to say, the sir was asking me, reflects the ancient Panch Mahayagna. What they have been doing, the Bhut Yagna, Bhuta Yagna, what we say or pronounces, service to living beings, medical camps, food drives, blood donations, stripes throughout. Deva Yagna, environmental stewardship, tree plantation, river cleanups, ecological awareness. Samishkik Yagna, social de-addiction campaigns, value education, nurturing young reforms. Fitra Yagna, emotional care, support for old age home, orphanages, mental well-being. Brahma Yagna, spiritual upliftment, weekly worship, Vedic learning, celebration of sacred milestone. This is where ancient wisdom meets modern responsibility. Yet, friends, we are not through. Challenges remain before us: poverty and superstition. Empowerment must replace mere charity. Ignorance is dismantled not by criticism, but by education and rooted in compassion. Women's safety and dignity. True safety begins with enlightenment. From where I come, the Brahmo Samaj's legacy was that we ran 25 boys' school and 1 girls' school. I think a time has come where we need to educate our boys once again so that we women find ourselves safe. Governance, corruption, communalism. Brahmins were one trusted so deeply that courts exempted them from taking oaths. Let us reclaim that moral credibility. Our faith is not merely to worship God, but to embody integrity. As an educationist and educator myself, I assert education with values can solve most social challenges. This belief guides our initiative Kuchor under Public Concern for Governance Trust, where children of diverse faith learn together, reflect together, pray together. Our multi-faith prayer reflects the living truth. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. Truth is one. Brahmo's philosophy unites. The thread of faith, like explorers in ancient catacombs who followed a thread to return to life, we too hold a thread, the thread of trust in God. When life confuses us, hold that thread. When challenges overwhelm us, hold that thread. When darkness deepens, hold that thread. For God knows all, guides all, and restores all. So what mindset? When doubt arises, friends, from others or from within, ask yourself, so what? If God is for us, who can stand against us? Do not shrink, do not limit yourself. Declare daily, I'm strong, I'm able, I'm guided. Prayer for today. Father, thank you for giving me the strength over negative thoughts. Help me to silence disbelief and walk boldly in your will. I thank once again the Hyderabad Deccan Brahmo Samaj, the Central Council of Brahmo Samaj, each and every volunteer present here and backstage, and every silent pillar whose service makes this conference possible. On a very personal note, a heartfelt mention to my brother Guru Allah, Ravi Shankar Banda, for rekindling spiritual study with all of us, and to my sister Madhu Bindu for her guidance and taking patiently my classes every week. For the youth who's present over here, believe me, we all believe in you. We have faith in you. You are just one. There is no duplicate and there is no Xerox copy. So just make the move. If not us, then who? If not now, then when? Let us all make a difference when we are meeting over in the conference. And maybe seek silence often, for in silence His grace speaks. Thank you everyone. Hari Om Brahma Kipaya.
Honorable Governor of Telangana State, Sri Krishnadev Verma ji, all the distinguished participants on the dais and off the dais. I am delighted to participate in this, the 134th annual All India session of Brahmo Conference and centenary celebrations of Hyderabad Deccan Brahmo Samaj. I am thankful to Lord Almighty for His abiding grace. I offer my sincere thanks to the organizers of this conference and all the members of the Hyderabad Deccan Brahmo Samaj for having afforded me this opportunity to be with you all here and share my concerns about the Brahmo movement. It is indeed a memorable day for all of us to meet our brothers and sisters in faith, to exchange our feelings and thoughts in this annual gathering. Many of you have traveled long distances from various parts of the country only to uphold and reassert your ties of fellowship in our common pursuit to uphold the Brahmo ideals. I hope that the discussions at the conference will enable us to strengthen our capabilities to make the Brahmo movement more vibrant. In order to understand the Brahmo movement and to know what it stands for, we have to enter into the spirit of the life and message of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. The life of Ram Mohan was a unique record of conceiving the possibility of a common worship for people of different religions. He said that God is the goal of all religions and that worship is possible without the association of religious tenets and traditions. In the words of Acharya Sitaram Brahmam, Ram Mohan conceived of a common worship of a common God with a common aspiration for unity, purity and uplift. He heralded a new perspective that lifted the concept of God and way of worship above creeds and denominations. He brought the redeeming love of God to modern humanity, opening a new path of liberation to mankind. Friends, this is the age of organizations and organized efforts. Even the humblest persons have discovered that the strength and utility of organizing themselves if they want to get anything in life. In this age, strength lies in unity and organized efforts. Ram Mohan was quick to realize this wonder of organized efforts. His theistic covenants embodied in the trust deed of the Brahmo Samaj, 1828, speaks of his conviction that no great cause can succeed without organization. He organized a congregation of the worshippers of Supreme Being. The worshippers are known as Brahmos and the Samaj means congregation. The Brahmo movement spread to different parts of the country due to the missionary work of great leaders like Keshav Chandra Sen, Pratap Chandra Majumdar, Anand Mohan Bose, Amritlal Bose, Pandit Shivnath Shastri, and down south Dr. Sarar Venkatratnam Naidu, Rabadur K. Vireshwingam Pantulu, Chandavarkars, Bhandarkars and others. Great missionaries from Andhra Pradesh like Reverend E. Suku Krishnaya, Jayanti Venkatanarayana, Tarak Ram and others, including the Reverend Sitaram Brahman, did their best to propagate the ideals of the Samaj. About 126 Samaj centers were organized across Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Delhi, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Bangladesh, Burma and UK. Ram Mohan organized the Brahmo Samaj for the unsectarian worship of an unsectarian God. Acharya Sitaram Brahmam sums up the organizational structure of Samaj in the following words. Brahmo Samaj is a religion of brotherhood, a fellowship of faiths. It is an unorganized world community of liberal and progressive religious thinkers. Brahmo Samaj aims at purifying, simplifying, unifying and beautifying religion. Brahmo Samaj is the common ground of all religions and the essential ground of every religion. It is not a new religion, but a new religious perspective.
For my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Governor of Telangana, Sri Jishnu Dev Verma, for being the chief guest on the auspicious opening ceremony of 134th All India Brahmo Conference. Welcome you, sir, to the conference. Shubh. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you all to the 134th session of the All India Brahmo Conference, hosted by Hyderabad, Deccan, Brahmo Samaj. I would like to thank one and all who have come all the way from various parts of India to attend this conference, and I wish you all a wonderful stay. The presence of each one of you is invaluable, and without any doubt, it is going to help us make the event a great success. These Brahma refers to the Supreme Being or the ultimate reality in the universe. It is the unchangeable, infinite, and transcendent source of all existence. Kripa. Kripa means grace, mercy, or compassion. He means an emphatic particle meaning only or alone. Kevala means only, solely, or exclusively. The word message, instead of mandir or temple, speaks itself of the intention of Rajarshi Ram Mohan Rai while making the trust deed of Brahmo Samaj. And in the trust deed, he described it as a place of public meeting for people of all sects, religions, and caste is the most important thing. Since first Brahmo conference, its main objective was to unite the people divided by different religions and remove the evils prevalent in the society. Or a spirituality that reflects the teaching of the Ekaveva Tritiya, that God in His abundant grace has granted enough resources that can be enjoyed by all in the spirit of sharing.